All right, Mr. Barner, if you'll have a seat right there in the chair, or turn around to be sworn. All right, sir. Please sit closely to that microphone and speak loudly and clearly. State, you may proceed.
Thank you. May it please the court.
Yes.
Would you, sir, Mr. Barner, would you please state and spell your name?
Dominique Barner, Dominique-Barner.
And how old are you today?
Say what?
How old are you today?
31.
When's your birthday?
October 31st, 93.
And did you graduate from high school?
No,
When did you stop going to school?
in the 10th grade.
Approximately how tall are you?
5'7".
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes, sir.
You have any tattoos on your arms?
Yes, sir.
All right, what kind of tattoos do you have on your arms?
Money signs, my name, my daddy name, my daughter name,
On your left forearm, for example, what do you have tattooed?
my birth year,
Okay, and what is that?
1993,
And what about on your right arm, forearm?
my daddy name.
Do you have a nickname?
Yes, sir.
And what is your nickname?
Bottle.
And is that B-U-T-T-A?
Yes, sir.
And how did you get that nickname?
It's a family name.
Did your dad have the same nickname?
Yes, sir.
Is your dad still alive?
No, sir.
How old were you when your dad passed?
11.
When were you taken into custody on the charges you currently have pending?
January 15th, 2020,
And how old were you at that time?
26.
And have you remained in custody since that day?
Yes, sir.
Have you been charged with burglary with an assault or battery and home invasion robbery for the offense that took place at 1033 Townsend Boulevard on January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
And today, are you aware of the name of the victim in that charge?
Yes, sir.
And what's that person's name?
Barbara Buckley.
Prior to that day, did you know who she was?
No.
Since the burglary with an assault or battery and home invasion, they're for the same offense?
Yes, sir.
Is it your understanding that you can only be sentenced on one of those offenses?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a co-defendant in that burglary charge?
Yes, sir.
Right. And what's the name of your co-defendant in the burglary charge?
Leroy Whitaker.
Do you see Leroy Whitaker in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell us where he is seated and what he is wearing?
He got on blue and white.
All right. Can you describe the table or who he is sitting next to as well?
Sitting next to his lawyer.
Which table?
The front table, the first table.
Your Honor, with the record reflect, he's identified Mr. Whitaker.
Okay, the record shall so reflect.
Have you also been charged with second-degree murder for your involvement in the murder of Charles McCormack on January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
And who are the other individuals that have been charged with the murder of Charles McCormack along with you?
Leroy Whitaker, Hakeem Robinson, and Abdul Robinson,
Bill Robinson.
Jr.
Okay. And do you see Hakeem Robinson in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
If you see him, can you tell us where he is seated and what he is wearing?
He's in a bike row. Got on blue and white.
And you said back, I missed the first part.
Got on blue and white.
And where is he seated in the courtroom?
At the second table.
Your Honor, with the record reflect, witnesses identified Hakeem Robinson.
All right, the record shall so reflect.
Have you also been charged with aggravated fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer?
Yes, sir.
And while you were in custody for the murder of Charles McCormack, did you also get charged by the state with a second murder involving Damon Rothermel?
Yes, sir.
And when did Damon Rothermel's murder take place?
January 31st, 2019.
Do you have co-defendants in that case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Specifically, who are your co-defendants in the Damon Rothermel murder case?
Christopher Brown and Derek Hudson.
And is Abdul Robinson Sr. a co-defendant in that case as well?
Yes, sir.
In August of 2020, did you agree to cooperate and testify against your co-defendants in all of your cases?
Yes, sir.
And then on September 10th of 2020, did you enter pleas of guilty to the court on those charges?
Yes, sir.
So you pled guilty to second-degree murder for the Damon Rothermel case,
Yes, sir.
as well as the Charles McCormack murder,
Yes, sir.
the burglary with assault or battery,
Yes, sir.
and the aggravated fleeing or attempting to elude.
Yes, sir.
And for each and every one of those charges, who did you plead guilty to?
Judge Salvador.
And today, have you been sentenced?
No, sir.
Who ultimately is going to decide what sentence you receive?
Judge Salvador.
Have you been promised by the state that you would receive any specific sentence based on your cooperation?
No, sir.
Based on your pleas of guilty to those charges, what is the maximum sentence this court can sentence you to?
Life
Without parole?
without parole.
And life without parole, that's on the 2 murder charges?
Yes, sir.
Is that also the potential sentence on the burglary with an assault or battery?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you know what your guideline score is for your charges that you've pled to?
Yes, sir.
And what is your guideline score?
41.8 years.
And so that 41.8 years, does that reflect the lowest sentence the judge should sentence you to without a legal reason to go below?
Yes, sir.
Now, is your cooperation, does that provide a legal basis that allows the court to go below 41.8 years if the court thinks that's appropriate?
Yes, sir.
But does the court have to?
No.
What is the absolute minimum sentence you can get?
With
At sentencing, what's the minimum sentence the court can sentence you to?
20 years.
And then again, even with your cooperation, 20 years up to.
Life.
Now, do you hope that this court will consider your cooperation?
Yes, sir.
Are you hopeful to get the best possible sentence you can get?
Yes, sir.
And that would be 20 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
But are you prepared for the possibility you may spend the rest of your life in prison?
Yes, sir.
If this judge thinks you are lying, do you think that is good for you or bad for you?
Bad.
Do you know someone named Abdul Robinson Sr.?
Yes, sir.
How do you know him?
I knew him since I was young.
Are you related to him?
No.
All right. So how did you know him when you were young?
Well, he's a friend of my dad.
What do you call Abdul Robinson Sr.?
Blue. Big homie.
Do you know where Abdul Robinson Sr. was living back in 2020?
Not specifically.
What areas of town?
Northwest.
Does Abdul Robinson Sr. have any children?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you know some of them?
Yes, sir.
Do you know Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
What is Abdul Robinson Jr.'s nickname?
Kareem.
Do you recall how old you were when you first met Kareem?
Yes, sir.
Approximately how old?
9 years old.
Were you in school?
Yes, sir.
And did you become friends with Kareem?
Yes, sir.
Do you know someone whose nickname is K Crazy?
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
Kareem.
Okay. So he has 2 nicknames.
Yes, sir.
Do you also know someone whose nickname is Fula?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's Fula?
It's Blue first son.
Is that Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem's brother?
Yes, sir.
Does Abdul Robinson Jr. and Fula actually have the same first and last name?
Yes, sir.
When did you meet Fula?
5th grade.
Was that around the time that you also met Kareem?
No, sir.
All right.
It was before.
Before? What school were you going to?
Beacon Elementary.
Did you become friends with Fula?
Yes, sir.
And you obviously know an individual named Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Who is Hakeem Robinson related to?
Related to Kareem and Fula.
And is Abdul Robinson Sr. his father?
Yes, sir.
Do you know Hakeem Robinson's mother's name?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Ebony.
Can you say it louder?
Ebony.
Ebony? What's the age difference between Hakeem Robinson and his brother Abdul Jr., Kareem?
One was born 94, one was born 98.
Do you know anything else about their birth date that's interesting?
It's on the same day.
Okay. Approximately how old were you when you met Hakeem Robinson?
I know it was 2015.
You think that it was around that time?
Yeah.
All right. So do you know around how old he would have been, Hakeem?
Like 18.
Do you recall where you were when you first met Hakeem?
Yes, sir.
Where was that?
Timber Run Apartments.
Is that here in Jacksonville?
Yeah. 103rd.
Now, when you first saw Hakeem Robinson out of that apartment complex, did you know who he was?
Yes, sir.
Did he know who you were?
No, sir.
After seeing Hakeem out of that complex, did you, or did Hakeem become aware that you were friends with his brothers?
Yes, sir.
Does Hakeem Robinson have any nicknames?
Yes, sir.
What are they?
Ksoo,
All right.
Kimi,
Kimi?
and Ksoo.
Ksoo. Do you know someone, you identified Leroy Whitaker. How do you know him?
I know him through his cousin.
All right. Who's his cousin?
We call him Popeye, but his name Mark Clayton.
Is Leroy Whitaker related to Hakeem Robinson in any way?
Yes, sir.
How?
Cousins.
Does Leroy Whitaker have a nickname?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
Scotty.
Yeah, I'll need you to
Scotty.
speak up. I couldn't hear that either.
Scotty.
Okay,
Scotty?
thank you.
Just make sure you stay close to the microphone.
All right.
Prior to January 15th of 2020, did you, Abdul Robinson Jr., Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker all spend time together?
Yes, sir.
Was that often,
Yes, sir.
but usually in a group setting?
Yes, sir.
Do you know someone named Torgon Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who was he?
Friend.
Is Torgon Williams related to the Robinsons?
I would say Kareem.
So Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yeah.
How is Torgon related to him?
They called each other cousins.
Do you recall when approximately you met Torgon?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
Like 2016.
And who introduced you to Torgon?
Fuller.
Fula?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a local rap group called ATK?
Yes, sir.
Was Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, part of ATK?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
Torgon Williams?
Yes, sir.
Based on your relationship with that group, and specifically Abdul Robinson Jr. and Hakeem and Leroy Whitaker, did you become associated with ATK?
Yes, sir.
And are you also familiar with another local rap group named Six Block?
Yes, sir.
Do the groups ATK and Six Block get along?
No, sir.
Do they basically hate one another?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the street term ops?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Opponents, opposition.
Are ATK and Six Block ops of one another?
Yes, sir.
Do members of both rap groups put out songs that are disrespectful about other individuals in the other group when they've been hurt or killed?
Yes, sir.
What are those kind of songs often referred to as?
Diss track.
Diss track?
A diss track.
If someone puts out a diss track, can that make them a target of the other group?
Yes, sir.
Turning your attention back to January of 2020, do you recall where you were living?
Yes, sir.
And where was that?
3830 University Boulevard. The Esperanza Apartments.
So an apartment complex on University?
Yes, sir.
Were you living with anyone at that apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
Who?
My girlfriend,
What was her name?
Janera Smith.
Say that a little louder, sir.
Janera Smith.
Smith. Okay. When did you and Janera start living at that apartment complex?
July of 2019.
Does Janera Smith know Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
Abdul Robinson Jr.,
Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
even Torgon Williams?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to you getting arrested, had all of those individuals been to your apartment on University?
Yes, sir.
Today, are you in a relationship with Janera Smith?
No, sir.
Has that been over for a while?
Yeah.
Now, prior to January of 2020, were you familiar with someone named Charles McCormack?
Yes, sir.
Was Charles McCormack affiliated with the group 6 Block?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with someone by the name of Raekwon Howard?
Yes, sir.
Is Raekwon Howard affiliated with 6 Block?
Yes, sir.
Did Charles McCormack have a rap name?
Yes, sir.
And what was it?
Buck.
Can you say that again?
Buck.
In 2019, did Charles McCormack put out a diss track?
Yes, sir.
And what was that diss track or song? What did it reference?
Dead people.
And do you recall some of the people that were referenced in that song?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Willie, 2-3, Snoop,
Who's Willie?
Willie Addison. That's Kareem's brother.
I'm sorry, who's who?
That's Kareem's brother.
Can I interrupt y'all for a second? And I apologize for that. Ma'am, do you need a cough drop or water or anything? Do you have to, are you sure? I want to be sure you're okay. There's another cough drop we're handing you. And you can have water up here if you need to. I didn't mean to call you out, but I saw you coughing a lot. So do you need a glass of water? We can get that for you. No? Okay. All right.
Yeah, please, go
You
ahead.
may go ahead, Mr. Cooper.
Thank you. You said Willie Addison was who?
It was Kareem's brother.
Okay. So Kareem being Abdul Robinson Jr., Hakeem's brother.
Yeah.
Did Willie Addison and Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, actually have the same mother?
Yes, sir.
And do you know her name?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Angie.
You also mentioned someone named 23. Who's 23?
Royale.
Who was Royale friends with?
Hakeem.
Were Hakeem Robinson and his brother, Abdul Robinson Jr., close with Willie Addison?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember when Willie Addison was killed?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
January 15th, 2019.
So exactly 1 year prior to Charles McCormack's murder?
Yes, sir.
How was Willie Addison killed?
Shot.
Are you aware of if anyone else was with him at the time he was shot?
Yes, sir.
Who was with him?
Abdul Robinson Jr. and Sr., Torian, Moody, and Sam.
Did they all get shot as well?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, was shot?
Yes, sir.
Where?
In his head.
Did it take a long time for him to recover?
Yes, sir.
Was he still physically suffering some of the effects of that shooting in late 2019, beginning of 2020?
Yes, sir.
What kind?
Well, he messed up his ability to walk, like run.
Could he walk?
He could walk, but he couldn't run.
How did you become aware of Charles McCormack's diss song about Willie?
Through the internet.
And do you recall where you saw it on the internet?
Instagram.
And how did you view that on Instagram?
I was on a fake page.
You were on a fake page?
Yeah, I had a fake page.
Why were you using a fake page?
To stalk people.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Mr. Barner, I'm approaching with what has been marked for identification as States P. This disc, do you recognize this, sir?
Yes, sir.
And what do you recognize this to be?
It's a diss track.
Whose disc track?
Buck.
Is that Charles McCormack?
Yes, sir.
And have you listened to this?
Yes, sir.
And is it a fair and accurate recording of the song we were just talking about?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would seek to introduce into evidence what's been marked for identification of States P into the appropriate numbered exhibit, I believe it's 249.
Okay, any objection from Defendant Whitaker? Any objection from Defendant Robinson? All right, without objection, State's Exhibit 10P will be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit 249.
And public knowledge?
Yes.
Nigga dark and you ain't even take it slow. Shooting Glock in ARs too. 4-5 big got recoil. Hood hotter than a stove. Circle small like a Cheerio. Homeboy died on his birthday. 23 ain't here no more. Call that nigga at the light. Y'all car went 4 to. What kind of Glock is in your hand? It's a 23. 5 niggas got hit up, sepsis too. Was no 223. Who that in your blunt? She we been smoking on wet lead. Quanka screaming out for help. Headshot instantly. It ain't no fear in me. No.
Now, Mr. Barner, what does the lyric "smoking on Willie" mean?
Jeez,
Okay, if he knows, but otherwise,
If you know, what does the lyric "smoking on Willie" mean?
you smoking on a dead person.
Is that a good thing?
No, it's a bad thing.
Was, excuse me, Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, aware of this song?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
Were they upset over that song?
Yes, sir.
After you heard the song, did you attempt to reach out to Charles McCormack?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how did you do that?
Through my fake page.
And why did you do that?
Basically to tell him like what he was doing wasn't cool.
Was, to your knowledge, Charles McCormack involved in any way in the shooting of Willie Addison?
No, sir.
What does it mean on the street if someone's described as soft?
Like not capable of nothing. That's street.
Okay. Was Charles McCormack known as soft?
Yes, sir.
Towards the end of 2019, were you able to find out where Charles McCormack was living?
Yes, sir.
And how did you get that information?
Through Core.
Say that again?
Through Core.
And what is CORE?
It's a website for like public information.
Is it the clerk's public website?
Yes, sir.
And on that public website, what did you find that provided some of the information you were looking for?
Well, I had seen that McCormack got pulled over, and it showed his address on his license. It showed his car and his license plate.
So when you say he got pulled over, did he receive any type of citation?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, when it had the address, did you get the unit number or just the address for the apartment complex?
Just the address for the apartment complex.
Do you recall where that apartment complex was located?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Off Atlantic Boulevard.
After you got the address for that apartment complex, did you do anything to look that complex up?
Yes, sir.
And what did you do?
I Googled it.
All right. And did you see images of it?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell anyone that you found his address?
Yes, sir.
Who did you tell?
I told Kareem.
After that, did you continue to monitor Charles McCormack's Instagram page?
Yes, sir.
Were you trying to keep tabs on him?
Yes, sir.
In December of 2019, did Charles McCormack post anything that kind of caught your attention?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Posted a picture
And why was that of interest to you?
because he posted in the same apartment complex.
Did you recognize that location in the photo?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that photo posted by Charles McCormack, what did you do?
Text Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of texting Kareem?
Let him know that he posted a picture at his house.
Charles McCormack?
Yes, sir.
And why did you want to share that information?
Basically, so we can ride through, see what was up.
So after you sent that information to Abdul Robinson Jr., what happened?
We went and they came and picked me up, and we went out there to go see where he posted the picture at.
Who's they?
It was me, Kareem, Hakeem, and Scotty.
So Scotty Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
and Kareem Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir.
And when they picked you up, do you know what kind of vehicle they were in?
He was in a Camry, Toyota Camry.
Do you know whose car that was?
It was Hakeem's car.
Was it a car he owned,
No, sir. It was a rental car.
a rental?
Yeah.
Where did the four of you go once they showed up?
We went to McCormack's apartment complex.
And what did you do when you got there?
We went to go see where he posted the picture at.
And what was the reason for trying to find that location of where he took the photo?
So basically, so we can, you know, handle up after that.
What does handle up mean?
Get everything in motion, like set something up
To accomplish what?
to kill McCormack.
And did you know before you went over there exactly what unit he lived in?
No, sir.
Did verifying where that photo was taken assist you with that?
Yes, sir.
Was killing Charles McCormack something that you wanted to happen?
Yes, sir.
Is it something based on the group and everyone going over there? Was that something that Leroy Whitaker wanted to happen?
Yes, sir.
Abdul Robinson Jr.,
Yes, sir.
Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
When all of you went over there that day, did you see Charles McCormack at the complex?
No, sir.
Where did you go after y'all left that day?
They took me back to my apartment.
What was the reason that all of you wanted to kill Charles McCormack?
Because of the diss track he made.
And did that diss track upset you?
Yes, sir.
Were you upset about what he said in it?
Yes, sir.
Did he get stuff wrong?
Yes, sir.
That upset you?
Yes, sir.
Why was Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker and Kareem all upset?
Because he was dissing their brother and friends.
And by brother, you mean Willie Addison?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Once you found out where Charles McCormack lived in December of 2019, why wasn't he killed right away?
Because he took a vacation.
Charles took a vacation?
Yeah.
You know where he went?
Went to Vegas
How were you able to find that out?
through
Say that again?
Instagram.
Were you still trying to monitor his location?
Yes, sir.
And at some point, did he come back from Vegas?
Yes, sir.
And did you find that out?
Yes, sir.
How?
Through Instagram.
Do you recall when you saw that information?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
It was on the morning of January 15, 2020.
So the morning he was killed.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall where you were when you found that information?
It was at my apartment.
Was anyone with you that morning?
Yes, sir.
And was this very early morning?
Very early morning.
Who was with you?
Christopher Brown.
And once you got that information, did you and Christopher Brown do anything?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
We went to his apartment complex,
Whose?
Charles McCormack,
How did you get there?
with Christopher's baby mother's car.
Was that a car that was in his baby mother's name or family?
It was in her mother's name.
So is that a car that could easily be connected back to them?
Yes, sir.
What kind of car was it?
Hyundai Sonata.
When you and Christopher Brown went to Charles McCormack's apartment on January 15, 2020, what did you observe?
Well, we seen McCormack's car back then.
And do you recall what kind of car Charles McCormack had?
It was a Kia.
After you saw that car backed in, did you and Christopher Brown wait there or did you leave?
We left
And why did you leave?
basically to go fly.
Where did you go?
We went back to my apartment.
And when you got back to your apartment complex, did Chris Brown stay?
No, he left.
All right. And when he left, was it still the morning of January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
And where did he go or why did he need to leave?
He left because he had to take his baby mama to work.
After Chris Brown left your apartment that morning, did you contact anybody?
Yes, sir.
Who?
I contacted Kareem.
Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
And do you recall how you contacted him?
Through phone.
Do you remember around what time you called him?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
4 o'clock in the morning.
What was your phone number back in January 15 of 2020?
702-918-4911.
Was your account for that phone number in your name?
Yes, sir.
Was in your actual name, Dominique Barner?
No, sir. No, sir.
Whose name was it in?
It was a fake name.
Do you recall what the name was?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
Joshua Bennett.
Do you recall Abdul Robinson Jr.'s cell phone number that you used to communicate with him back on January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
904-624-3684.
Do you remember what kind of cell phone Abdul Robinson Jr. had back then?
We had an iPhone.
After you called Abdul Robinson Jr. that morning, what did you tell him?
Well, I told him that McCormack was home.
And then what happened after you spoke to Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Well, he told me that they was on the way to come get me.
Did someone show up to your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Who showed up?
Torgan, Kareem, Scotty, and Ksoo.
So, Ksoo, Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
Scotty, Leroy Whitaker,
Yes, sir.
Torgon, and Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir.
What kind of vehicle were they in?
A Dodge Journey.
Do you know anything about that vehicle? Whose it was?
It was Ksoo's car, rental car.
Had you seen that Dodge Journey before?
Yes, sir.
Did you get into the car with them?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember where you went from your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Where was that?
We went back to McCormack's complex.
What happened when you got to Charles McCormack's complex that morning?
Well, we rode back through where he stayed at.
And what were you looking for?
His car.
Was his car still there?
Yes, sir.
Once you observed the vehicle, did y'all continue to drive through or did you stop?
We stopped.
All right. And what happened after you stopped?
But we backed in next to his car, and Kareem wanted to see like the tag for himself, so he got out and looked at the tag, and got back in.
And what did he say?
He was like, "That is it."
After Kareem confirmed that was the correct car, what did all of you do?
We left.
Where'd you go?
We went to Eastport Apartments off of Main Street
And what was the purpose of going there?
to get a stolen car.
Did you get a stolen car from there?
Sir,
What kind of car?
a Nissan Altima.
You remember the color?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It was great.
And what was the purpose of getting a stolen car?
No trail.
Say that again?
No trail.
No trail?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you mean by that?
So it won't come back to none of us.
Who got into the Nissan Altima?
Me, Ksoo, and Scotty.
Who was driving the vehicle?
Me.
How'd you get the keys?
They was handed to me
By who?
by Ksoo.
Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson do anything or say anything to you when he handed you the keys?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He smirked. He smirked at me
What did you take that to mean?
that I was driving.
All right, I'll sustain that objection.
After you got the keys, did you get into the driver's seat?
Yes, sir.
Where did Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker get?
In the back seat.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr., Kareem, get into the Nissan?
No, sir.
What about Torgon?
No, sir.
Where were they?
Still in the Dodge Journey.
Did you drive Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker back to Charles McCormack's apartment?
Yes, sir.
And what was the intent for the three of you when you were going to that apartment complex?
Kill McCormack.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon follow
Yes, sir.
on the Nissan?
Yes, sir.
What was their role or assistance in following you?
Make sure the police didn't get behind us.
Okay. Because if the police got behind a stolen car, what would happen?
We get pulled over.
Do you remember what kind of clothing you were wearing that morning?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
I had on black jacket, black pants, red shoes.
Do you recall what Hakeem Robinson was wearing?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Nike jumpsuit.
You remember anything about the colors?
Yes, sir. It
What?
was black and gray.
Top or bottom? Do you remember, are you talking about tops, bottoms? You said tracksuit, so.
Top and the bottom.
Do you remember what Leroy Whitaker was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Best you can remember, what was it?
It's like the same kind of jumpsuit.
Was it exactly the same?
Nah.
And, okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness one more time?
Yes?
Showing with the mark for identification as State's Exhibit 8G. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
All right, what do you recognize this to be?
Video of me jumping the gate.
Is anyone else with you?
Yes, sir.
What day was that?
Same day, January 15th, 2020.
Does this video fairly and accurately represent what you were doing on that day when you said jumping the gate?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the State would move into evidence. 8G is the appropriate evidence.
Okay, any objection from Defendant Whitaker? Any objection from Defendant Robinson? All right, State's Exhibit 8G will be marked into evidence as State's Exhibit number 189.
And we'll come back to that video in a moment. When you were in the Nissan driving to Charles McCormack's apartment, were you armed?
Yes, sir.
What kind of firearm did you have?
A Glock 23.
A handgun?
Yes, sir.
And what about Leroy Whitaker?
He had a rifle,
Okay. What kind of rifle?
M&P 15.
And had you seen him with that rifle before?
Yes, sir.
What about Hakeem Robinson?
He had an
Yeah,
assault
but-
rifle pistol.
Sorry. Did Hakeem Robinson have a firearm?
Yes, sir.
And what type?
Assault rifle pistol.
Do you remember anything about the make or model of that assault rifle pistol?
Yes, sir.
What was it?
It's an AR X-Star.
Say that last part again.
The AR X-Star.
AR X Star?
Yeah.
Had you seen Hakeem Robinson with that firearm before?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Really, I always had it.
Okay. Are you familiar with a music video,
Yes, sir.
all right, titled Bang It Out?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that video?
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson have anything in that video?
Yes, sir.
What did he have?
That same rifle.
Do you know if on January 15, 2020, Abdul Robinson Jr. had a firearm?
No, sir.
He didn't have one, or you don't know?
I don't know.
What about Torgon Williams?
I don't know.
Do you recall around what time you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker all got back to Charles McCormack's apartment on January 15th?
I know it was like the sun was just not coming up.
Okay. So still morning.
It was still morning time.
When you got back to the apartment complex, was Charles McCormack's car still parked there?
Yes, sir.
Where did you park the Nissan?
Across from his building.
And why were you doing that?
Well, so when he came out, he couldn't see the car.
The car you were in with Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker?
Yeah.
Did Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon park near you?
No, sir.
Do you know where they went?
No, sir.
Could you see where they went?
No, sir.
Now, after you parked, where in the Nissan were Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker sitting?
Still in the back seat.
Both with their rifles?
Yes, sir.
And was there a plan at that point in time for what was going to happen next?
Yes, sir.
And what was that plan?
Well, they were going to ambush him as soon as he got in the vehicle.
All right. So ambush who?
Charles McCormack.
And when you say ambush, what does that mean?
Like, well, we call it run down.
Huh? What does run down mean?
It's ambush.
Okay. If Charles McCormack walked out of his apartment while y'all were sitting right there,
No, sir.
when he walked out, if the plan was to run him down, what would that have involved? What would have happened?
I'll allow him to answer if he knows, otherwise it would be sustained.
Do you know what the plan was for when Charles McCormack walked out?
Yeah.
Right. What was supposed to happen?
Well, when he got into the vehicle, they was gonna jump out the car, and as soon as he got in his car, they was gonna run him down and shoot him.
Who was?
Scotty and Ksoo.
So both Leroy Whitaker and Hakeem Robinson,
Yes, sir.
and they both were going to shoot him.
Yeah.
What was your role?
Just to come get him after it was done.
And get him out of there?
Yeah.
Did you all have to wait a long time for Charles McCormack to come out of his apartment that morning?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember about how long y'all were waiting?
No.
Was it hours?
It was ours.
While waiting for Charles McCormack to come out of his apartment, did you see Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon again while y'all were waiting?
Yes, sir.
How did that happen?
They pulled up on the side of us to let us know that he had just made an Instagram post.
That Charles had
We'll
just
be
made?
looking at, yeah,
And then to be on the lookout, is that what you said?
yeah,
Did they then drive back off?
yeah.
While you were waiting for Charles McCormack to come out, did anything happen that messed up this initial plan of the rundown?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Christopher Brown pulled up.
And what did Christopher Brown pull up in?
His baby mother's car.
Did that upset everybody?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Because he was messing everything up.
Were you concerned about the vehicle he was in?
Yeah.
All right. And why?
It's a trail. He could get back to us.
It could get you caught?
Yeah.
So what did you tell Christopher Brown?
Told him to pull off.
Did he?
Yeah, he pulled off.
Did you stay where you were at?
No.
What did you do?
I tried to go physically tell him, like, get from around.
Okay. And what happened when y'all were doing that?
McCormack came out.
So did you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker miss McCormack when he initially came out?
Yes, sir.
And so what happened next?
Well, I kind of like U-turned behind him just to get a good view of him.
Did Charles McCormack make it to his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did he try to leave the apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
And when you saw that, did you, Hakeem Robinson, and Leroy Whitaker, stay at the apartment complex, or did you follow him?
We followed him.
Do you think Charles McCormack saw you?
No, sir.
When you left that apartment complex, do you know where Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon Williams went?
No, sir.
Did Chris Brown follow you?
No, sir.
Did anybody let Abdul Robinson Jr. and Torgon know that y'all were leaving the apartment complex?
No, sir.
After leaving the apartment complex, did something happen? Shortly after leaving, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right, and what was that?
Well, the police had got behind McCormack.
Okay. And did that concern you?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why?
'Cause I kind of felt like they was going to pull me over.
And y'all had a bunch of guns in the car?
Yes, sir.
After the officer pulled behind Charles McCormack, did he stay behind him for very long?
No.
Okay. Where did he go?
Kind of like bust off from behind him.
Did you continue to follow Charles McCormack?
Yes, sir.
Eventually, where did Charles McCormack make it?
To a temp agency
And where was that?
on Mill Road.
Was it like a shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
And that's in Duval County, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Did you pull into that same shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
Do you know or remember where in that plaza you parked?
On the side of the building.
Was it close to Express Employment or a little distance away?
It was close.
Did you stay there the entire time?
No, sir.
When you initially got into the plaza, what was the plan?
Still going to be the same thing.
And what does that mean?
An ambush, run. It was going to still do the same thing they was going to do in the apartment complex.
All right. And so when Charles McCormack came out, Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker both were going to ambush him?
Yes, sir.
And then what was your role going to be?
Same thing, just to pick them up when it was done.
Now, when you got to that complex, the shopping plaza, were you concerned about anything?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
Police.
Why?
They always at Publix.
There are Publix in the shopping plaza?
Yes, sir.
While y'all were waiting for Charles McCormack to come out, do you know if Hakeem Robinson made contact with anybody?
Yes, sir.
Who?
He made contact with Kareem
And what was the purpose of that?
to ask him to do a surveillance check.
And could you hear that conversation?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what kind of call that was? If it was a cell call, FaceTime, Instagram, any of those things?
Nah.
Did Kareem Abdul Robinson Jr. agree to come up there and do surveillance check?
No.
After that conversation, did Hakeem Robinson contact anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Raekwon Howard.
Okay, I'm going to have to see the counsel and court reporter at sidebar. All right, you may proceed.
Police court, thank you. What did Hakeem Robinson tell Raekwon Howard that you heard?
Well, he was telling them that one of his homeboys was slipping. He was finna get killed.
Did he give a name?
No.
Before Charles McCormack came out of the temp agency, did you stay where you were at, or did you relocate that Nissan Altima?
I relocated
Where?
in front of the temp agency.
Where was that in relation to where Charles McCormack had parked his vehicle?
It was like right behind his vehicle.
And what was the purpose of doing that?
Get it closer.
And when you relocated the Nissan Altima, did the plan change or did it stay the same?
It changed up.
Did you change it?
Yeah, I changed it.
And what did you change the plan to be?
Well, I told Hakeem that it'll be better if he did it himself.
And why was that?
It was easier
Why?
because it ain't have to run like all out in the shopping plaza.
Was the Nissan parked close to Charles' vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And what side of Charles McCormack's vehicle was the Nissan's passenger side closest to?
His driver's side.
Did Hakeem go along with the plan?
Yes, sir.
Where was Leroy Whitaker seated in the Nissan when you relocated?
The back seat,
Where about Hakeem Robinson?
front seat.
How did he get to the front seat?
Jumped through the middle console.
When y'all were at that location and were still waiting for Charles McCormack to come out, was there any discussion about what firearm was going to be used?
Well, Hakeem wanted to use my firearm.
Your handgun?
Yeah.
Why?
I have no idea.
Did you let him use your handgun?
No,
You didn't want him to use it?
no.
If he'd have used it, what would you have to do with it?
Get rid of it.
Did Hakeem Robinson ever touch your handgun?
Yeah.
How?
But he picked it up and was like, I'm finna use this. I was
Did you-
like, I said, no, you're not.
So what happened when Charles McCormack came out?
Well, Hakeem jumped out
Jumped out of what?
of the car.
Was that the plan?
No, sir.
All right. How was that different from what the plan was?
Well, I came up with a plan of getting closer to his car so when he get in the car, he could jump out of the passenger seat and shoot him as soon as he got in his vehicle. I could pull off faster.
And did he wait for Charles McCormack to get closer to his vehicle or get into the vehicle?
No.
What happened after Hakeem jumped out of the Nissan?
Shot at him.
Shot at who?
McCormack.
Did McCormack stay there?
No.
What'd he do?
He ran.
What did Hakeem Robinson do?
Chased him.
And then did what?
Killed him.
Did you see that?
No.
Where did they go?
On the side of the building.
But did you see Hakeem chasing him with the rifle?
Yeah.
Did you hear shots?
Yes, sir.
And after those shots, what did you do?
I went and picked him up.
Picked who up?
Picked Hakeem up.
Where did Hakeem go when you pulled up to pick him up?
Say that again?
When you went to pick Hakeem up, where in the vehicle did he go?
Oh, he got back into the passenger seat.
Then what happened?
I pulled off.
Where'd you go?
Went to like towards the front entrance of the shopping plaza.
Did anything happen on your way out of the shopping plaza?
Yeah.
What was that?
The police got behind us.
What did you think when the police got behind you?
What did I think?
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Okay. Did you start speeding?
Yes, sir.
Did you drive kind of recklessly?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where you were going?
No, sir.
Do you know which streets you made it to?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Townsend.
What kind of area is Townsend?
It's a residential neighborhood.
Did the officers continue to follow you?
Yes, sir.
At some point, did your car crash?
Yes, sir.
Where?
On Townsend Boulevard.
What was that next to? Where you crashed? Was there anything around it?
Houses.
What's that?
Houses.
Houses, okay. And what did you crash into?
Small tree.
Small tree?
Yeah.
That disabled the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What happened after you crashed?
We all jumped out the car.
Do you recall who got out first?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Hakeem.
And then who?
Scotty.
When Hakeem got out, what did he do?
He ran a different way from us.
All right. What direction was that?
Well, we ran in front of the car. He ran to the right of us.
So across the street in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Did Hakeem take anything with him?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Murder weapon.
Where did you go?
I ran behind Scotty.
Did you take your Glock with you?
No, sir.
Did Scotty, Leroy Whitaker, take his rifle with him?
No, sir.
Where were they?
Still in the car.
Were you able to catch up to Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And what did the two of you do?
Jumped a lot of fences.
In addition to the Glock and the rifle that you said Scotty Leroy Whitaker left behind and yourself, was there any other evidence in that vehicle that you were aware of?
Yes, sir.
And what was that?
T-shirts.
Show you what's in evidence. As State 76. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, sir.
And what car is it?
Nissan Altima.
All right, is that the one that you and Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker are all in?
Yes, sir.
That the tree?
Yes, sir.
State's 87. What are we looking at there?
My Glock 23.
What's next to it?
T-shirt.
And then State's 92. What's in that photo?
M&P 15.
Whose was that?
Scotty.
And what's in the seat?
T-shirt.
And who do those shirts belong to?
Hakeem and Scotty.
You said that you and Scotty were jumping fences?
Yes, sir.
Show you what's now in evidence as State's 189. You recognize those two individuals?
Yes, sir.
Who were they?
It's me and Scotty.
All right. Who got to the fence first?
Scotty.
All right. And then right behind him?
It's me.
After you jumped over that fence, kept running,
Yes, sir.
and where did you and Leroy Whitaker make it?
Made it to a patio,
How do you go what?
a house.
Back to. Showing you what's in evidence, I believe, of State's 110, I believe. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Patio.
Is that the patio of the home that you and Leroy Whitaker made it to?
Yes, sir.
When you got to that location, what did the two of you do?
Well, I opened it, walked into it.
And the next exhibit, which is, I believe, State's 114? Or 115, sorry. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's a back sliding door. Back sliding door.
Back sliding door to that house?
Yes, sir.
Did you and Leroy Whitaker enter that home?
Yes, sir.
Did you have permission to enter the home?
No, sir.
Why were you and Leroy Whitaker going into that house at that time?
Get away from the police.
So they're looking for you?
Yes, sir.
Both of you?
Yes, sir.
As well as Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
At the time you and Leroy Whitaker entered that home, did either of you know who lived there?
No, sir.
Did either of you have permission to be in there?
No, sir.
Did you even know if anyone was home before you went into that house?
No, sir.
Once you made it into that house, where did the two of you go?
We went to the first room we seen.
And Where in the house was that,
Um,
if you remember?
I can't remember.
What kind of room was it?
Looked like a guest room.
So some sort of bedroom?
Yeah.
Now, what was the purpose of you and Leroy Whitaker going into that room?
To hide,
So what did you do when you made it into the room?
I got into the closet.
What did Leroy Whitaker do?
He kind of like stood. I was telling him to get under the bed.
Did he?
No.
What did he do?
He tried to get in the closet with me.
What happened while the two of you were in that bedroom?
The lady came.
And how did you see the lady?
When she opened the door,
What happened after she opened the door?
she seen us. When she seen me in the closet, and she seen Scotty standing outside the closet.
Did she say anything to the two of you?
Yeah.
What'd she tell you?
She was like, "Y'all got to get out of my house."
Were you or Leroy Whitaker going to leave the house at that point in time?
No.
Could you go outside safely?
No.
Why?
Police.
What did this lady do next after she saw y'all and told you to get out?
Escorting us to the door, to the front door.
She opened the front door?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
She screamed. She screamed for help.
And after she screamed for help, what happened?
Pulled her back into the house.
Who did?
Me.
All right. And did Leroy Whitaker help you pull her in?
Yes, sir.
And then once she was pulled back inside her house, what happened?
Well, I kind of like took her to the ground.
Okay. Did you do something to her when she was on the ground?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
Choked her.
Say that again?
Choked her.
Put your hands on her throat?
Yes, sir.
And what were you trying to do?
Really just trying to scare her.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
After you were choking her, did Leroy Whitaker say anything to you?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He asked me, did I want to kill her?
What'd you say?
Said, yeah.
Did you want to kill her?
No.
And why'd you say that?
Just so she can cooperate.
Did she cooperate with both of you?
Yes, sir.
What'd you make her do?
Made her get on the couch.
Did you take anything from her?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Took her phone.
And why'd you do that?
So she couldn't call the police.
Did you have a cell phone with you?
Yes, sir.
Was it working?
Yes, sir.
Was it on?
No, it was dead.
What about Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, he had a phone.
How were you and Leroy Whitaker planning on trying to get away?
Well, call and ask for help.
I couldn't hear you.
Call and ask for help.
So who would have been calling?
Say that again.
Who was calling for help?
Scotty.
Do you know who he called?
Well, the first person he called was Kareem.
He call anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Called Blue.
Did someone eventually show up?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Blue.
You know how he knew where to find you?
Yes, sir.
How?
Scotty dropped a pin.
What's a pin?
Location.
Prior to Abdul Robinson Sr., Blue showing up, did you and Leroy Whitaker take anything else from the house?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Clothes.
Did you have permission to take the clothes?
No, sir.
Did you and Leroy Whitaker both change your clothes?
Yes, sir.
And why were you doing that?
He changed the description.
Were you still worried about the police?
Yes, sir.
While you were waiting, what was Miss Buckley doing?
She was sitting on the couch. Kind of like, to my knowledge, it looked like she was falling asleep.
And then, shortly after that, did someone arrive?
Yes, sir.
And again, who was that?
Blue.
And what was Blue, Abdul Robinson Sr. driving?
Challenger.
You remember the color?
It's like orange is red, dark orange red.
Did both you and Leroy Whitaker leave the home and get into that car?
Yes, sir.
What about the clothes that you changed out of? Where were they?
Pajamas.
The clothing that you wore that we just saw in that video,
Yes, sir.
where you entered the home, what happened to those clothes?
We kept them.
You didn't leave them behind?
No.
Did you also still have Miss Buckley's phone?
Yes, sir.
When you got into the vehicle with Abdul Robinson Sr., was he the only person in that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And did he then drive both you and Leroy Whitaker away?
Yes, sir.
Were there police still in the area?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell Abdul Robinson Sr. about what happened?
Yes, sir.
And so he became fully aware of everything that had took place.
Yes, sir.
Before telling him that, when you got in the car, did Abdul Robinson Sr., did he ask any questions of you?
Yes, sir.
What did he want to know?
He asked me.
Sustained.
Where did you go? Where did Abdul Robinson Sr. take you?
He took me to Grand Park.
Where in Grant Park?
Took me to Zay House.
Who was they?
Xavier Floyd,
Is he a friend
a friend
of who?
of Blue.
And what was the purpose of going to that home?
Switch cars.
Did y'all switch cars?
Yes, sir.
What car did y'all switch into?
We switched from the Challenger to Impala,
Whose car was that?
a Carina.
Who's that?
That's Hakeem and Abdul's sister.
And then after y'all got into that Impala, where did you go?
We went to Blue House in Ocean Way.
When you first got to Abdul Robinson Sr.'s home in Ocean Way, was anyone else there that you remember?
Not that I know of.
Before you left, did you see anyone else? Did anybody show up?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Abdul and Hakeem showed up.
Did you change clothes?
Yes, sir.
How did you get new clothes?
Kareem gave us new clothes.
Did he have clothes at that home?
Yes, sir.
Did you ask Hakeem Robinson anything about what happened?
Yeah, I asked him, like, where he ran to.
And what did he tell you?
Told me he made it to some apartments.
Do you know what happened to the firearm?
He told me he threw it in the creek.
Do you know how he got away from the apartment complex that he made it to?
Yes, sir.
What did he tell you?
That Natalie came and got him.
While you were still at Abdul Robinson Sr.'s home, did you see anything or hear anything that kind of spooked you a little bit?
Yeah, we watched the news.
What did you see on the news?
Seen a video of me and Scotty jumping the gate.
Did you eventually make it back to your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Was Gennaro there when you got there?
Yes, sir.
That evening, January 15, 2020, did you and Gennaro leave your apartment?
Yes, sir.
And while y'all had left your apartment, did you get pulled over?
Yes, sir.
And is that when you were detained?
Yes, sir.
And Gennaro as well?
Yes, sir.
And were you taken to the police station?
Yes, sir.
And while you were at the police station, did law enforcement attempt to interview you?
Yes, sir.
Now, during that interview, were you 100% completely truthful with them about everything that you had done,
No, sir.
about who you were with?
No, sir.
Did you even tell them who you were with?
No, sir.
Did you also, in that interview, deny touching or taking anything from Miss Buckley?
Yes, sir.
Were you still arrested?
Yes, sir.
And that was for the burglary
Yeah, home invasion.
of Miss Buckley's home.
Yes, sir.
After you were arrested, was DNA also taken from you?
Not in the interview.
Right, but by
Later on, yeah.
did photographs get taken of you?
Yes, sir.
And were those photographs of the tattoos of your arms?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I have no further questions.
All right, just a moment. All right, I think we're going to take a recess now since we've been going over an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes. And so I'll ask that you leave your notepads behind, ladies and gentlemen. Have a step into the jury rooms, your respective jury rooms, for a bio break. We'll bring you out here shortly for the cross-examination. Remember, you're not to talk about this case among yourselves. Thank you very much.